All right. Hopefully, we're live. Since YouTube is doing their damnedest to suppress this channel lately, I said, frick it, we'll go live. Uh, Hopefully, I'll be able to follow this. I'm doing it on StreamYard. If you guys can see me, let me know. Give me give me a sign, Carol Ann, and I'll give you this quick update because there's a lot going on and it's going on fast and furious. So if y'all can see me, I'm okay. All right. All right, good. So this thing is already chopping on the chat. How we doing, everybody? Ernest, Daniel, duly noted. That's a cool name. Chris, Preemsberger, Rodney Bass, Penny Potts, Colin Creates, I like that name too. Michael Kuhn. How's everybody doing? Look, there's a lot going on, and it's like really, really busy if you're in the 2A advocate game right now because they're coming at us full bore. I wanted to give you an update on the update that I gave this morning. If you haven't watched this morning's video, watch it, please, and share it. But this one will give you the update that's just dropped literally a couple hours ago. So in this morning's video, I told you about the concerted effort by the anti-gun Democrats to push through H.R. 8, and then I said it was H.R. 1112 because that's what that bill was last session. A couple people were like, how come you didn't give us links? Because that bill hadn't been submitted yet. It was at about 10 o'clock this morning. So what was H.R. 1112 is now H.R. 1446 this year for this session. H.R. 1446 is the Charleston loophole bill, also the Enhanced Background Check Act. So it's the same bill as it was before. I just did a quick glance. I'll have links down below in the description once I'm done doing the live here. But I figure I'd give you a quick status on each one of these bills and tell you when they're getting voted on, because like we had heard from GOA when they threw the flare up last night, they were changing the schedule in the House so they could ram this through, and it will be getting a vote very fast. They're not even going to committee. So H.R. 1446, the new H.R. 1112, submitted by Rep. Jim Claiborne, or Claiborne, yes, Claiborne, out of South Carolina. My apologies, I'm butchering his name, but he doesn't care about the Constitution, so I don't care about pronouncing his name right. It already has, it's only a couple hours old. It has 60 co-sponsors already. All of them Democrat, will pass the House. And the Senate version is about to be submitted if it hasn't yet. It's still 2:30, whatever time it is here. I don't even know. I've been like knee deep in the game all day. But the Senate version is going to be, if it has not been already, submitted by Senator Richard Blumenthal out of Connecticut. He's the anti-gun Bobo. Actually, there's two idiots in Connecticut that call themselves senators that are super anti-gun, and you're going to hear the other one's name here in a minute. Julian, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you so much, guys and gals. Thank you. Dennis, thank you as well for the super chat. Hopefully I don't miss them. It's not my intention. I just got to get this stuff out because this is pressing. All right, so the new 1112 is 1446. So if you do happen to call your reps, 1446 is the bill, and I'll have it in the description once this is done. Again, 60 co-sponsors submitted by Jim Claiborne this morning, and the Senate version will be done by Richard Blumenthal, Connecticut. I'll tell you when it's going to get voted on here in a minute. H.R. 8 remains H.R. 8. There's been a couple small tweaks since the last version. It does lump in all sales have to have a background check, which means FFL, unless you're going to start running and paying for NICS checks at your house, which the FBI won't do anyway. But there is a family exemption still from the last version. It was very specific in who could be transferred to, and it's going to remain that way here. So you can't just say, oh, that's my family, that's my kinfolk. Ain't going to work. Submitted by Rep. Michael Thompson, or Mike Thompson from California. Has 7 co-sponsors. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's already scheduled for a vote. But of those 7 immediate co-sponsors, 3 of them are Republicans. Remember, I told you both of these bills passed last term with Republican support. There was bipartisan support for both of these bills This one, at least HR 8 already has it. And I'm going to name them right now so that if they're your Republicans, you should be calling them, burning up their phone lines right now, going to see them in office hours if you can, if they're not too afraid to come outside of the gate and the barbed wire, the bunch of cowards in Congress. So the new HR 8 remains called HR 8. Mike Thompson, 7 co-sponsors, 3 Republicans, and they are Fred Upton, Michigan, Christopher Smith, New Jersey, and Brian Fitzpatrick, Pennsylvania, have already put their names down as sponsoring this universal background check bill that will it'll criminalize the person-to-person transfer, criminalize it. It will also basically set up and create a registry. All right, so 1446 is the one that's going to destroy how NICS checks are done. No more 3 days. It's going to extend it to 10. And then if you don't get the results back, you can appeal for another 10. And if you don't get it done within 30 days, you got to reinstitute the whole process over again. HR 8, universal background check, person-to-person transfer is illegal. Registration, because they had all the information, and what do they need it for? Okay, so we already give you the 3 Republicans. And according to first off, before I tell you the date, the Senate companion bill will be submitted again, if it hasn't yet already, today by Senator Chris Murphy, Connecticut. So both anti-gun bobos in Connecticut are going to play the rescue guys, the knights in shining armor for Bloomberg to submit these bills in the Senate. And it's popping, guys. It's moving fast. Both of them are getting a vote next week. That's how fast they're going to push this and ram this through. Next week, they're voting on it, and this is according to the majority leader, Steny Hoyer from Maryland. Steny, Stimpy, however you want to say this Bobo's name. He is getting a vote for these 2 bills next week. No committee, no dialogue, no debate. Going to get voted next week. Democrats have a majority, and we already have 3 that have crossed the aisle on the Republican side to lend support. So this will pass the House. Both of them are going to pass the House. Not a question in my mind, because they did last session as well. What is going to be interesting is, do they keep the filibuster? If the filibuster stays in place, they need 10 Republicans in the Senate to flip the script. If they get rid of the filibuster, it only needs 51, and even if it goes down party lines, Kamala Harris will do the same thing she did for the COVID stuff that came through as soon as they got into office, and be that tie-breaking vote. So if your eyes are not on this, guys, seriously, we need to pay attention to this. We all have a role. Not everybody can be the town crier. Not everybody can be Paul Revere. Not everybody can be the boots on the ground. Know what you can do. Whatever you're good at doing, do it. We all need each other right now more than ever, because it's coming. This is the ticket, the Biden-Harris ticket, that a lot of money went into, that they want. These people want what they paid for, and they ran on gun control. They ran on this exact stuff that they're doing right now. So we can't say we're surprised. We knew it was coming. The only question was when. And February 14th, when Bobo Biden got up and stumbled his way through his demand for Congress to enact common sense gun control, that was him opening the floodgates. And they're even moving things in the schedule for the House to get it done. So with that said, I'll take maybe a couple quick questions if there are some. I'm going to go back to the chat here in a second. But I've just been hyper-focused all freaking day and all of last night. I slept for 3 hours. So I'm going right back to it because stuff's popping off. We know what's going on. Now we just hopefully can get people to vote for the Constitution, which has been a problem, been a big problem lately. Let me scroll through it. First off, thanks to everybody who's in here. I can't. So it looks like we have 2,900 people in here right now. My hat is off to you for taking time out of your day to watch this. It is super important, so please pass it on. YouTube is killing this channel. They are. If you're a subscriber, I need your help. Thumbs ups go a long way. Sharing it goes a long way. Comments, for some reason, go a long way in that algorithm. They're destroying the channel. I can't tell you. It's been the views, totals, everything hasn't been this low since prior to August. So if you can help me get it out, I would appreciate it, because people need this information. There's millions of us out there, and we're not getting the info because big tech doesn't want it out. So, like I said, know what you're good at and do it. And if you're just able to share stuff and make people aware, that is awesome as well. So we got, let's see. Oh yeah, before I jump into it, Texas. Everybody in Texas, happy Texas Independence Day. Let me see. I like that name. I can't say it because it's a lie, but shut the F up, Karen. That's a good name. Let's see. John Conter. See if I can still put these on screen. It's a good question. This is our statement. This is why they got the fence and the guards up. I tend to agree. On that. And excuse me if you've noticed in my first video today, the camera kept dipping and it's doing it again. I have an uplift desk. If any of you out there have an uplift desk, be aware of this problem. There was a certain batch of them. Of course, mine was part of that batch, where the legs, the manufacturer used the wrong lubricant. So it's been fine since May of last year, but now, no matter what height I set it to, it just starts to droop to one side. There's the lubricants spilling all out. They sent me 2 new legs. I'm waiting for them to get here, but I have to deal with this until then. So I apologize if it looks like I'm getting taller or shorter. It's because the table's falling. What a day! What a day. Tom Sawyer says, multiculturalism is working just as intended in America, and you're spot on. Absolutely spot on. Let's see. Just jump forward. I won't take long. I know everybody's at work, so I'm not going to do this long. How can they eliminate the filibuster? Vote in the Senate. It's how easy that is. Yep, Alex, same thing. They can vote to get rid of it, and like he's saying, I foresee it happening. At least it's going to be pitched because they have 50% of the damn Senate. So why not pitch it and hopefully get one person on the other side of the aisle to vote with you. And don't forget, Senator Manchin. I'm sorry, we're looking at you. You promised that you would not vote to get rid of the filibuster. You would keep it in place. Let's see. Was this House vote to be expected? Not this fast. Everybody was on a wait and see. Mike Lawson. We were all on a wait and see until last night when things started shaking and moving, and there was smoke. And where there's smoke, there's fire. And today, we now know that they're voting on him next week. I know I'm catching up. Sorry, Rob. I did the 3 names of the Republicans. I'll do it again for those who are new. The 3 Republicans who are co-sponsoring H.R. 8 already: Fred Upton, Michigan; Christopher Smith, New Jersey; Brian Fitzpatrick, Pennsylvania, have already sided with gun control. Let's see. This just keeps refreshing, so I apologize. I might have missed a whole bunch. Abe Abe, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, guys. There's a question for Tom Sawyer. Do you think that Big Michael will become VP? I don't know if you're talking about Big Mike, the Obama Big Mike, or Big Mike Bloomberg, because they're both interested in it probably. It just left. I was about to click on somebody who said the Supreme Court can stop it. I wouldn't hold my breath. But even still, even if the way the Supreme Court, I'm glad you said that. I missed it because it keeps refreshing. My apologies. I'm glad somebody brought that up because I've been so focused. I haven't been thinking about some other stuff. Even if the Supreme Court, if we could have a crystal ball, even if we're going to take it up and defeat it, it still has to get there. So in that meantime, getting it up there, if you've been following everything going on in California, some of those lawsuits have been going on since 2017. So it could be a while. So that's why we need to do everything we can now to make noise and stop it. Willie. Hello, Jared. Been watching your channel since you had 10,000 subs. Thank you. It means a lot, man. Thank you so much. I remember that like it was yesterday. Greatly appreciate all your efforts keeping us informed everything about 2A. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It means a ton, because that's what I do this for. John Carson, how will filibuster work in this case? Okay, so the filibuster, I'll do a quick thing and I'll bounce out of here because it's already been 15 minutes and people are at work. I don't want you to get jammed up because the conservative people, work most of the time and can't do a lot of this stuff during the day. I get it, and I'm sorry. Filibuster, if legislation doesn't have at least 60 votes or co-sponsors saying that they will vote in the affirmative, then it won't go all the way. It just doesn't go to a vote. If it has 60 or 61, then it can be scheduled for a vote because they know they have the support to pass it by a majority in the Senate. If the filibuster, how it does, say it only has 53 people who will vote for it, co-sponsors, then any member in the Senate can stand up and ramble on about anything that they want. Doesn't even have to be legislative related. I've watched people filibuster on baseball statistics and how to throw a curveball. Literally, you can talk about anything for as long as you can stand there. So if you can stand there for 25 hours, you get to filibuster for 25 hours, thus effectively killing the bill, basically is what it is. Hope I explained that good enough for you. Tom Bowman says, great channel. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your time. There's a couple more super chats. I don't want to miss them. I think I did miss some. It's not my intent. StreamYard, if anybody's used it, kind of sucks when it comes to the chat. Mitchell, thank you. Go to join GOA, FPC, and SAF. These will be litigators on behalf when fights come. Absolutely. If you're really not a member of those and say you can't afford the membership, whatever, 25 or 35, if you can donate $10 to them, please do it. Because that goes to help the fight too, and that is huge right now. It is absolutely huge. We're going to need all the help we can get. And the reptile guys, we can't trust any of them. Thank you for what you're doing. Amen. It's tough sometimes talking to some of these people, and you want to just let them know, but you can't. All right, everybody, I'm going right back to this because I don't want to miss anything. So if you're not subscribed to Guns and Gadgets, please consider doing so. Join this growing freedom family. Make the freedom voice louder. Make it more aggravating to those who want to infringe upon our right to keep and bear arms. I'm doing this every single day that I can, doing it for you all. So please help me get the information out. And until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry your weapon, stay tuned. Something else is going to happen, I'm sure. Take care, everybody.